Hi, I'm Melly. I recently moved into my 2000 Dodge Ram van to leave city life behind and find a way of living that actually feels like me. I've done this once before, but that was almost a decade ago. This is my return. Come along as I explore the rainy Pacific Northwest and get back to van life in my mid-30s. Okay. I'm coming at you live from the Whole Foods parking lot. And this is my first adventure in the van, dipping my toe in. I'm going somewhere that's pretty close to my parents' house and where I lived. And I don't know how long I'm going to be staying. Of course, the weather looks shitty. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow and it's super gray and overcast today, but I'm not going to let a little bad weather stop me. I think at this point for me it's about just getting comfortable being on the road, being out in public, being in the van. So I'm using this as a little trip to dip my toe in, so to speak, to meet some new people and to start getting out there and finding and creating the life that I know that I really want. So that's what I'm doing in this video, is going out to my first work exchange property opportunity. But first, I'm gonna grab some groceries, some water, some ice at Whole Foods, and then I have a little bit of time to kill, about an hour besides that, so I'm gonna get a little computer work done at Whole Foods in their cafe area as well. Alright, I just spent the last 2 hours at Whole Foods, pretty much doing stuff the whole time. I was having issues with my camera because this is a new camera and it wasn't connecting in the app, and I didn't know my password, and then I did know my password and it still wasn't working. And I was just noticing, and in general I noticed that I'm always just in a hurry and I'm trying to do things so quickly and be fast and be efficient. And what's so beautiful about van life is it really forces you to slow down, to be present, to flow when things go wrong or take longer or don't go according to plan. After that little moment I just had in Whole Foods, I am officially committing to slowing down. Alright, I put the camera on night mode because it is overcast and I'm underneath a bunch of trees. And today I cleared this path. It was all dirty with earth. And I moved the dirty earth over here. It was pretty chill. My first time doing manual labor in a while. And then I just set up the Starlink, and I'm trying to get it to work. It's not working how I want it to. Here it is. I'm a dork. It's aligned. All right, now we're gonna make some dinner. I have some leftover black beans that I boiled a couple of days ago with some sweet potatoes. So I was thinking of doing black bean, sweet potato quesadillas. Look at my cute little fruit bowl with my tree. Got some 6-month aged manchego cheese. Some flour tortillas. Normally I get corn tortillas, but they literally didn't have the ones I wanted at Whole Foods. But these ingredients look okay. Got some sauerkraut. Coconut water, cause duh. And here's those beans and sweet potatoes. And then I also got some yogurt, some milk for my morning drinks. And then I love sour cream, so that's going on too. And then this is really good to dip chips in. It's like a tofu spread. I really like it. This is my favorite bowl. I got it working at, what was it called? Beloved Festival quite a few years ago now. It says, "In this food, I see clearly the presence of the entire universe supporting my existence." And I've used this one bowl ever since. Like, obviously I've used other bowls, but this has been my main squeeze. I bring it with me everywhere, so of course it's joining me on this adventure. This is the beans and sweet potatoes from the other day. I really like to soak my beans overnight the night before, and then I'll boil them the next day with just water and garlic, and it's so simple, but it's really, really nutritious and delicious. So the trick to using a stainless steel pan, which is the only pan that I use, I don't use the non-stick because that has so many chemicals in it. So the trick to using the non-stick pan is to let it fully heat up before you add the oil. So you want the oil to be kind of like sizzling hot when it goes on the pan. Otherwise the food will stick. And I've learned this the hard way. So that's the trick. You just have to be really patient. You want to be able to feel it with your hand. You kind of have to sense it because you obviously don't want it to get too hot. Otherwise it will burn. But you want this medium to high heat. And then that's when you put the oil and whatever you're going to cook. $9, but it's worth it. It's so good. Okay, this is it. So my quesadillas turned into little burritos because the flour tortillas were floppy, and I just left most of the sweet potatoes out, got some sauerkraut, sour cream, and then I got my chips. I'm gonna eat it right over here. Where are you? So the Starlink officially does not reach the van from the open field that I put it in across the way there. So no internet for me tonight, and you know what? I'm embracing it. I have a book to read, and I'm about to pimp it out in here and get it looking all vibey. Good morning. I actually slept pretty good last night, despite the raindrops on the roof of the van all night long. It started around 8 and it's been raining ever since. So this is late June in the Pacific Northwest. The sound was so loud that around midnight I got up to put this towel on the roof. Oh, there's a bunny. To absorb some of the sound, which actually helped a lot. And then I switched my wax earplugs for foam ones, and then I had a fan going. So after I made those adjustments, I was able to sleep a lot better. I must have slept from like 9:30 till 7, so I'm actually feeling pretty refreshed. Definitely have some computer work I need to attend to today, so maybe I'll hit up a cafe and decide a little later what I want to do. But for now, I'm gonna make my morning drink, which is a cacao. I've got my electric kettle I'm going to plug into the EcoFlow. And then the drink itself, this is my cacao, and it is raw, pure cacao from Guatemala that I've been ordering for the past few years. Let's show you. It's so good. I wish you could smell it. The smell is just unmatched. It's so delicious. So what I do is I'll put a little bit of this in my cup, maybe like 2 to 3 grams. Some cinnamon. And then I have cacao powder to make the regular cacao go a little bit further because it is very expensive. It's doubled in price since I started buying it maybe like 4 years ago. But as you can see, I've got this down to an art. I've been making this morning drink for maybe 4 years now. It's gotten me off of drinking coffee. I maybe only drink a coffee once every couple weeks now as a treat, not as a daily indulgence. Because cacao is a lot gentler on your nervous system. It contains theobromine as its main source of stimulation versus caffeine. It still has a little bit of caffeine, but the theobromine is more of a steady source of energy. Like you don't get the bump and then the crash. It's like more gradual over time. So that's what I really like about it. And it's a heart opener. So you just feel, whenever I drink this, which is every day, I just feel vibey. I feel in my body. It makes me want to get some work done first thing in the morning. And then I'm going to add some organic half and half. Usually I'll do coconut milk, but lately I've been doing half and half a little bit more because it just makes it a little bit more creamy. One aspect about the van that I'm really not loving so far is this cooler sliding in and out situation. It's just a little bit clunky because it's a Yeti and these little straps right here, they keep getting caught on the side of the table, so I might have to figure out a better solution. Okay, water is ready. So I'm not gonna pour it up to the top yet because it needs to be mixed. So I'm just gonna add maybe halfway of hot water. And then this is where I take my whisk, which is my portable blender, and I'll mix that all up. Once that seems good, then you just pour your water to the top. And then you've got a bomb-ass, big-ass morning drink. It's gonna be too hot to drink for a bit. Ooh, what's going on there? Okay. So I've decided to go to the cafe. It does look like the rain is gonna let up here in a minute, but I've got work to do, so let's go to the cafe. All right, I just finished up at the cafe working for 3 to 4 hours. My brain feels a little mushy, so I'm gonna go for a hike because I have some time to kill before I go back to Stephanie's property here in a little bit. So come along with me on the hike. All right, we are on a rainy hike in the Pacific Northwest. Look at those trees. Talking to the camera, being out and about, hiking by myself in the rain. These are all things that are outside of my comfort zone. But life is short, and everything that we don't do because of comfort and safety, I think it slowly chips away at the soul, you know, because we're here to go on adventures and discover our potential. yeah, potential, which is huge, great big huge, our potential. But part of the reason why I moved out of my really nice house is because I was way too comfortable. Everything there was so cushy that I never left my house. I was always inside, isolated, and it almost made me fear people in a way, you know, because I wasn't getting that much exposure and interaction. And when you're out here, like, let me show you, out here like this, I don't know, it's a different feeling, right? You're just in it. You're just in it. So don't let a little rain or a little comfort stop you from discovering what you're capable of and living the fullest life by doing things alone if you have to, or discovering a new hobby. Hobbies save lives, by the way. If you don't have at least 1 to 2 really solid hobbies, especially one that involves movement, you're losing the game. My favorite hobby is hula hooping, hoop dance, which I haven't talked about that much yet on this channel. But I have an online hula hoop school. Right now it's just for beginners. It's called Soul Hoop Academy. If you want to check it out, I'm also on Instagram, Soul Hoop Academy. If you're looking to learn, I got all the tutorials for you. All right, back to this hike. Look at that. This tree. It's insane. Here's where it broke. Whoa. Look at that. My cheese. That was so sweet. These 2 younger boys just now, they must have been in high school, which is unusual. They're like, "Excuse me, do you want us to take some pictures of you at the waterfall?" And I was like, "Oh my God, sure, thank you. That's so nice of you to ask." I just really believe in people and I love people so much. Like I choose to see the good in people, and then that good gets reflected back to me. I also choose to be a good person and emit that energy myself. Like even the other day, another small but prime example, I was walking to the bathroom at the same time as this couple, and the girl goes in the first open bathroom, and then there's a second open bathroom, and the guy, he's in front of me, by the way, he literally opens the door and like he's like, "Here you go, for you," and just lets me go ahead of him. The secret to life is that it's an inside job. So you have to learn how to live from the inside out, not the outside in. So that means that You know who you are, you know what your values are, your boundaries, your vision and goal in life. Like, you're self-aware, you know thyself. And when you have that strong inner foundation, you can make choices and take actions in the external physical domain, this reality, that allow you to actually have the things that you want. Whereas if you're living from the outside in, it's more of seeking validation and needing other people to settle you, to entertain you, to feel whole and complete, you know. And it's also, to me, it looks like a lot of distractions and doing things for the sake of doing them just to feel busy, so that you don't have to really slow down and look at these shadow aspects inside of yourself that have to be investigated. The light of awareness needs to be shown upon it so that you can see it and reconcile it to overcome it. So then you can actually start having the things that you say that you want. But there's so many blockades that keep us from getting there, like all the distractions and addictions, and especially social media now and the internet. It's like we spend, as I was mentioning last night, the last 3 hours of our day sometimes on screens instead of meditating and reading and trying to self-actualize. Like, the secret is, it's an inside job, and it's to figure out what you're capable of and live up to that potential. Figure out what that potential is so that you can evolve. You're also here to just live too, but becoming better, becoming a better version of yourself, and living an extraordinary life, like striving for greatness. It requires you to have to show up for yourself first and foremost and know yourself. So it's important. It's called doing the work. And when you do the work, you get to experience the fruit of that, which is seeing the world through this lens of, like, I'm supported, everybody's here to help me, life has my back, God has my back, I'm being guided, I don't have to worry, I just have to take the next step that I know is in the greatest alignment, because God has my back. It's all about knowing God. This tree. Massive. I think it's 2 trees, actually. Let's look at how big that is. Like, to give you perspective. Oh my gosh, just got back. Yum. Oh my god. Oh, it's so good. Ooh. Cheese. Oh my god, yeah. All right, I just got back. I'm about to have a girl dinner. But I stopped it. I was really happy they had white gas at Ace Hardware. Shout out Ace Hardware because stuff's not always easy to find. And we're having a bonfire tonight, and I have my fire hoops, so I was gonna fire spin for everyone. Cause gotta live it up while you can, right? All right, I'm getting the stove plugged in. I decided to just cook over here tonight because it's easier in some ways. In other ways, it's not easier. But. So tonight we're having some bone broth packets with these really yummy, they're like, I forget what's in them, but they're basically ramen noodles but with healthier ingredients. And that's what we're having because that sounds really good. The broth and the warm soupy is what is the vibe right now. So 2 bone broth packets. Whisk. And 2 of these. And silly me, turn it off if it needs to boil. Alright, I made a fire. And it was a lot of fun. We're ready to burn. Sorry, guys.
Nice. That was really brilliant.
Wow.
Good work, Stephanie.
We strategically put things in.
Yeah,
You know,
it was very intentional.
sort of saw it, and I said, yeah. Paper, kindling, bigger and bigger stuff. Oh.
Woo! It's hot.
That's amazing. I love it. just let it swing down and boom. Okay. And now bring your other hand over. When it comes up, just kind of pass it to the hand.
Oh.
And once you're there, and just same thing with this.
Oh, my brain.
Yeah. And then chuck intermediate.
It's all about speed now.
Yeah, but just do it slow. Don't worry about like, oh, I gotta make it look cool. Just whoosh.
Where are you doing that second spin at?
That's more. It's just
yeah,
like
that
the
was
basic
hard.
thing. If you can do this, you can use any flail weapon. You know? And then really, if you think about it, so if I want to stop it, I'm basically letting it hit my target.
Good morning. It is like almost 9:30 and I'm just getting up out of bed. We partied last night. Not really, but I stayed up till 11:30 talking, which is late for this grandma in disguise. Oh, so I'm just waking up. My body is feeling it from that hike yesterday. It was only 5 miles, which when I looked at the map didn't seem like that much. Didn't feel that far in my mind, but my hips and legs are feeling it today. It was also moderate as well, so no hills. Maybe I'm just out of shape. I also have a fucked up left foot. I have a bunion, and it's thrown off the alignment in my left leg, so maybe that's why. All right, I'm gonna make my cacao and have a little walkabout. I decided I'm gonna leave today because I have quite a bit that I need to do and remember before I leave for APOG next week. So that's that. Oh, so good. All right, this is breakfast. We've got apple, banana, almond butter, and some yogurt. Mmm. Mmm. This is where I'm gonna end this video. As I'm starting my period and I feel like going back to my parents' house to be cozy. But this was definitely a good first adventure, first little mini introduction to what my life is going to be like more full time coming up here in the next few weeks. So thanks for coming along on this journey with me. I hope by watching it you're able to see what's possible when you just say yes to life and go on adventures. I met the woman whose property that it is on Facebook. She posted in a Facebook group, and this was months ago, that she's looking for people to come out and help, and she had an outdoor kitchen and bathroom and stuff. And so we were slightly in contact maybe once or twice since then. And then I decided to just reach out to her. I gave her a call last week and I was like, hey, I want to come out for a couple days. What do you think? And she said yes. And then it led me here. It was only maybe 45 minutes away from my parents' house, so not far at all. But as you can see, there's so much beautiful nature here in Washington that is within reach. It was also interesting too because I asked her if I could record here because I'm starting this YouTube channel, and she didn't want to be on camera and she didn't want her space on blast, and so that's why I didn't get any videos of the people around the fire last night. I tried to be respectful with my camera and video taking, but I'm realizing that that's going to be something to navigate. So again, thank you so much for being here as I flip and flop through this journey of starting a YouTube channel. So I will see you in the next one. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment if any of this video resonated with you, if you want to see more.